Right, hello there. This is Jedi Supersonic, and I'm playing through, well, the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game for SNES. One of my favorite old beat-em-ups. Actually, Power Rangers has quite a few good beat-em-ups, and it's just a formula that works. And as we see here, Rita Repulse has already destroyed the town, so, what's left to save? Oh well. Here are our 5 stereotyped heroes. Except, it wasn't so bad. Unintentional casting of the, Black Ranger and Yellow Ranger aside. Now the interesting thing about this game is very basic, but every Ranger has their own specific movesets and stuff. More so out in civilian mode than in their actual Ranger forms. Early putties go down really quickly, so gotta go with that hip-hop Aikido. Anyways, Power Rangers was one of my favorite shows growing up. In fact, it annoyed my mom and one of my grandmothers quite a bit. Not so much my mom, because she was cool with that kind of stuff. I mean, she's the one who got me into gaming via Sonic and Contra, so she wasn't going to be too strung over this. But yeah, I was a huge fan of Mighty Morphin. I've seen a couple of the other seasons, like Zeo, In Space, Time Force and such. And Dino Thunder because it had Tommy in it, but hey, I mostly got my re-love for the series through Linkara's videos. But enough about that. This game's a simple 2D beat-em-up. It's not quite on the level of Streets of Rage, which, almost three-dimensional of sorts. Mid-stage, you'll meet a boss, and then you'll finally, actually morph. You have your basic attack button, you can duck, which actually changes some of your attacks. You have your jump attacks. If you get close, you can grab. You also have a super attack, which is indicated by the bottom right with bomb there. I typically save those for bosses though, although they usually give you some in the middle of the stage anyways. The Rangers are functionally similar when they're in Ranger form, however, although the weapon differences do come into play a little bit. I'll be showing off all of them, so have a bench. See, that was the bomb. I could have gotten an extra one if I had used the... I probably should have just used it to show it off, but hey, you'll see it soon enough. I guess you could say that putty was benched. Now basically the colors just indicate how many hits they take or what weapons they have. They'll get a lot more varied after the first stage. Now ducking also kind of changes your attack. Not too much, but it's something to keep an eye on. Also the music's really good. Although it's not inspired by Ron Wasserman's work, the guy who did the OST for the actual show. The Genesis version of the movie game actually had, like, game forms of his songs, though. I'll probably play the two versions of the movie games, because the SNES and Genesis ones are quite different, and they're also both really good. Although I think the Genesis one isn't quite as good, but I love the soundtrack more than the SNES one. Although the SNES movie game has one of my favorite SNES tracks, so kind of a hard call. So we are Zack, the Black Ranger, who happens to be African American. That was unfortunate casting, but hey, they admitted it was a mistake back in the day. They fixed it in later casting too. Okay, time to use a bomb. Mastodon! Although I don't recall them being able to do that. Maybe in the Super Sentai. I forget the freaking name of the Sentai at the moment. Zhu Ranger? I think that's it. My favorite character is always Tommy, though, in Power Rangers. But he's not in this game. Oh, whoops. I actually got hit. Now this guy, he's kind of tough at first. Well, not really. He's the easiest boss, but after he loses his arms, he'll kind of just jump at you and try to shoot fireballs at you. He's not very threatening. Also, if you hold up while you attack in midair, you'll do a kind of a lunging forward swing. Kind of key for him. And with that super backflip, stage 1 is complete. Let's see, who to pick? Billy, the smart one. Billy was quite the cool character. He lasted all the way till Zeo. Till his actor David Yost was unsatisfied with the money conditions, although I heard that the money conditions were pretty poor early Power Rangers. Although I'm glad all the most of the actors who played the old Rangers are still doing like conventions and stuff. They seem to really appreciate the fans and everything. It's always a blast to hear like Johnny Young Bosch and especially frick. I'm not paying attention. I'm paying attention too much to my trivia. The funny thing with Billy is he actually has a multi-hit end of his combo. Now these shield guys come in. Ooh, I probably should have... Watch out for the Donkey Kong barrels because, yeah, they're annoying. Also, his jumping attack looks really funny. I don't recall him wearing blue sunglasses either, but hey. Anyways, yeah, he was a mainstay of the team for a while, and Zeo was more mission control than a ranger. Ow. He was good in a support role, I think. I don't know how I made that jump. Get over here. Just... yeah. Die already! I've been playing Fire Emblem Fates, can you tell? Whoa. Those knife hitboxes are kind of funky sometimes, but hey. I love how they poke at you. Like freaking Marth's down tilt. Oh, we finally have our boss character. This guy. I totally forgot all the monsters, although I think the ones in this game are original? Question mark? Also, the Power Lance has a ridiculous end combo attack where it hits so many times. And you can press up in the attack button for like a combo ending attack. So if you abuse this kind of with Billy, you can get some really cheesy hits. Yeah, like that. Now the inside of this factory is kind of interesting because now it introduces some platforming aspects. Not quite yet, but we'll get to it. I'll just slap him in the face with my freaking lance. So yeah, these things that we have to avoid. Oof. Yeah, totally avoided that. Good job, Jedi. Now we have conveyor belts too. As usual, crowd control is a good thing to pay attention to in this game. Because it's only on a 2D plane, you really need to keep an eye on where everyone is on the two sides of you. It's not like Streets of Rage where you can go a little bit down or something. Also, this part's a little tricky, I'd say. But if you off-screen dorks like this, then it's pretty simple. Oh, these shield guys are annoying. They literally live to eat hits. Not even like the Vikings from Final Fantasy III where they could just dual-wield shields and tank everything either. Yeah, those go down pretty... Ooh, whoops. I kinda want my med kit. Thank you. That was an impressive enemy robot. He was just like, oh, here, hit me. Okay. Pay attention to where the wires actually are. Like on these red ones. The blue ones don't have one, so you can't climb them. Oh, hey, another bomb. Such an awkward spot. Who made this factory anyways? Angel Grove has really weird priorities. Oh yeah, you can wall jump in this game too. Pretty important to know, or you might be stuck on that part for a bit. Let me get up here. There we go. I love when I can just cheese people down here. Oof. So guys, what was your favorite Mighty Morphin Power Rangers episode? Mine's probably the Green with Evil saga. Tommy is my favorite character, and it was kind of cool to see, you know, the Green Ranger, even though he was evil in that portion. Part of the reason I like the color green so much, pretty sure anyways. Another favorite is when Tommy and Kimberly are hit by a spell and then they keep arguing with each other, so Goldar tries to take them down and then they just keep arguing and slap him around while they're doing so. It's pretty amazing. Slow platforming segments, this is truly what Power Rangers is about. Although I will admit the platforming is pretty responsive in this game. Unlike most fighters, or not fighters, freaking beat 'em ups usually have kind of a stilted jump. This one's very responsive. Kind of feels like the one in the Turtles games actually, except not quite as floaty. Yeah, the Turtles one you could abuse on bosses, but it was kind of floaty until you get the hang of it. These ball and chain guys, pretty annoying if you leave them alone. But why would you leave them alone? Also, this boss is kind of annoying, so I'm gonna save the bomb for the second half when he starts getting really fast. He teleports everywhere and then does a single attack. His attacks do a ton of damage though. Also, if you grab med kits while you have full health, your health bar will change color. It means you can take some extra hits before you actually start losing HP. Just get what hits you can and oh. Excuse me. But yeah, okay. I did it way too early, but hey, I hit him at least with part of it. Ow. Yeah, it's kind of hard to predict him at this point. I just have to avoid everything at this point. Or try to. It would probably be easier if you didn't commit to actions like I'm doing. How many hits does he have left? I don't think he has a pattern either. I think it's completely random. Ow. Wasn't worth. Well, this could take a while. Way too long. There, finally. Sorry about that. That didn't look too impressive, but hey, I didn't die at least. I think he's my least favorite boss because of that stupid teleporting gimmick.